It wasn't until I was in my late 20s that the story behind my birth and my birth mother's crisis pregnancy really came full circle. After many years of looking to find my birth mother, the Lord, through my husband Kyle, led us on the path that would intersect our lives together, and fortunately we did find each other, and it was a wonderful time in my life. It was a very positive experience, and she shed more light after we met about how the pregnancy care center that she was involved with really counseled her and supported her and enabled her to make the decision to carry me full term. And if she hadn't made that decision, and if she hadn't had that support from that care center, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today.
So, fast forward 10 or 12 years after I found my wife's birth mother, I was introduced to Salem Pregnancy. God placed on my heart a strong desire to be a part of the ministry, because I realized that the women that walk through the doors of Salem Pregnancy are no different than my wife's birth mother, who walked through the doors of a pregnancy care center in Dallas, Texas in 1968. She was a child. Unlike many of the children and young adults that walk through the doors of Salem. You know, we seek out in our life, and as Christians we try to determine what is our purpose. Purpose is to serve God, but what is our purpose in serving Him on this earth? When we took our first trip to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I watched my wife get off the airplane, go through customs, and there, when the doors opened, there was this lady standing there with her left hand to the east and her right hand to the west, waiting for a hug. For the first time, the daughter that she only saw briefly on January the 27th, 1968. When we got on the plane to come home to North Carolina, we were crying. We were as emotional as a young couple had ever been. And we knew, and we told each other on that plane ride back to Charlotte, North Carolina, that God's purpose is for us to share this story and to share the true meaning of life. I hope you'll hear this story and in some way be motivated to learn more about Salem Pregnancy Care Center, because God's got a purpose for you, and Salem Pregnancy is a wonderful place to be a part of that purpose.